Hello, everybody. It's Bill's That College Football Guy here with, another preview and prediction video. This time we're talking about the Memphis Tigers of the American. Oh my, I have a lot of notes on this one. And an interesting season last year, and it could be an interesting season again this year. And schedule actually stacks up pretty favorably for Memphis. But first things first, let's get into this, shall we? All right, Memphis 11-2 in 2024. They beat West Virginia in the Frisco Bowl. Ryan Silverfield back for his 6th season as head coach of Memphis. Previous 5 years, his record at Memphis is 42-21, so basically 66.7%. Not bad, 2/3 of the games. Tim Cramsey is beginning his 4th season as he's offensive coordinator, assistant head coach, and quarterbacks coach at Memphis. Memphis was actually 16th in total offense last year. That's not bad at all. And Jordan Hankins comes back for his 2nd season as defensive coordinator. He's also the linebackers coach. Memphis was 66th in total defense. You'd like to see that improve a little more, but all things considered, who's it going to be? Well, how's it going to be for the starting quarterbacks? Let's get into the roster here. Seth Hennigan's gone. Who's the new starting quarterback? Well, realistically, this is Brandon Lewis's job to lose. Brandon Lewis, the redshirt senior transfer from Nevada. He went last season at Nevada, 211 for 312, 2,290 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. That's pretty decent. Yeah, go on there. The only other two that are not true freshmen that are on the roster who could possibly battle for it are Arrington Maiden, a redshirt freshman, and Ty Collins, the redshirt transfer from Arkansas State. Redshirt freshman transfer from Arkansas State. Neither one recorded a stat last season, so it's I think it's Brandon's job to lose. We can see something crazy could happen, but I think it's pretty much his. Running back is same thing. Who's going to be the starting running back for this team? 6 guys I think legit got a chance to do something that aren't true freshmen in the pool here. 2 didn't record any stats at all last season. That's Mario Robinson Jr., the redshirt sophomore, and Kyer Spain, the redshirt freshman. Sutton Smith, the redshirt junior, and Frank Peasant, the redshirt senior transfer from Middle Tennessee State, did play last year, but they didn't meet the minimum threshold, which is they didn't get at least 100 yards rushing in FBS. The 2 that did meet that metric, the 2 that'll be battling for the starting job, most likely, I believe, Makari Bodiford, the sophomore, as a freshman last season, 15 carries, 106 yards, and 1 touchdown. 15, that's 7 yards a carry, folks. Not bad at all. And then you've got Greg Desrosiers Jr., I hope I'm saying his name right, I apologize if I'm not, 31 carries, 228 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He's also at about 7 yards a carry. So that's an interesting battle to see who the starting running back is going to be for the Memphis Tigers. Now, offensive wide receiver room, legit, you got 10 guys who can possibly get some playing time this season, I think, legit. But how many make the minimal qualification, which is 10 receptions? 20 if you're FCS. How many qualified for that out of the entire group here? 1 FBS qualified, 1 FCS qualified. Out of the 10. That's it. Now we had Bryce Dorsey, the redshirt freshman, DeAndre Henry, the redshirt freshman. Neither one of them recorded a stat last season. You also have Jaden Thompson, the redshirt senior transfer from Louisville. C.J. Smith, the redshirt junior transfer from Purdue. You also have Ty Holmes, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Shorter College. I love the name. Shorter College. You have Namir Robinson, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Colorado. He actually also plays corner. He kind of plays both ways on the field. Also with Jamari Hawkins and the redshirt junior, and Brady Cluse, the sophomore. Both recorded some stats, less than 10 catches, but didn't have to qualify. The 2 that qualified, Marcelo Bussey, the redshirt senior. He's a holdover from last year's squad. 10 receptions, 147 yards, and a touchdown. But the most in receptions actually at the FCS level, and that's Jerkari Caldwell, the redshirt senior transfer from North Carolina A&T. 43 receptions, 530 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So the wide receiver room could be an issue. Potentially, I think it could be a problem here. Tight end room, it's also lack of game experience. 5 players legitimately got a shot at being the starting tight end here. You've got Luke Logan, and Christian Ross. Luke Logan's a redshirt freshman. Christian Ross, redshirt sophomore. Along with Matt Adcock, the junior transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and Jerry Cross, the redshirt junior transfer from Penn State. None of them recorded the stat last season. The only thing anybody did anything last year, the entire group, Bryce Anderson, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Iowa Central Community College. That's something to say. 29 receptions, 304 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He's the only one who actually did anything measurable. Tight end room is of concern here. Offensive line, though, is it definitely an experienced room. Plenty of upperclassmen. Some different guys here. I think it probably, realistically, probably the best room in the entire offense is the offensive line room. Defense. Transfers everywhere. Good Lord. Defensive line. Prior to the start of fall camp, who's got a legitimate shot in the rotation here? 3, 4, 5, 6. 14 prior to fall camp. It's just going to narrow it down to probably about 8 to 10. But there is a lot of transfers. And of the, I'm going to do these numbers again. 14 guys. Half had measurable stats. That's better than we had so far, isn't it? Let's go to the ones who did measure off here. We've got Mond Cole, the senior who actually he recorded some stats last season. On Reggie Grimes the second, a redshirt senior. Joshua White, the redshirt junior. Raven Buell, the redshirt senior transfer from Colorado. Taylor Burton, the junior transfer from UT Martin. All recorded something last year, but didn't make at least the minimum for me on defense, which is can you get 10 tackles? 20 plus if you're FCS, Division II, Division III, NAIA, community college, junior college. Donovan Nevels, the redshirt sophomore, and Jaden Marill, the redshirt sophomore. They didn't record any stats last year. There's also a bunch of redshirt freshmen did the same thing. But hang on there. The ones who actually did something here. We're going to go worst to first on this list. Let's see. First, I'm going to get the FCS ones out the way. No particular order. We've got. We only got 3. Do we have 3 here? Okay, we have Lakel McGowan, the sophomore transfer from Trinity Valley Community College. Easy for me to say. So it's as a freshman, he had 21 tackles and 2 sacks. So that's something to be in here. You got Jalen Bell, the grad transfer from Tennessee State, just made the FCS playoffs. 22 tackles and 2.5 sacks. And Chase Carter, the redshirt junior transfer from Incarnate Word, 25 tackles, 1 interception, and a pass deflection. So that's of interest. Now, the ones who actually have done something on the FBS level. This year. We're going to start with, let me do this correctly, Marcus Burris Jr., the redshirt senior transfer from Indiana, 14 tackles and a sack. We have, make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Okay, make sure I got this right. All right, I do. We have 2 guys that tied at 24. Isaiah Green, the senior transfer from Western Michigan, 24 tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. You have William Whitlow Jr., the redshirt senior, holdover from last year's squad, 24 tackles, 4 sacks, a forced fumble, and a pass deflection. And the most in tackles is actually Puda Walker. Love the name. Puda Walker. The redshirt senior transfer from Kennesaw State had 26 tackles. So you have guys who made plays, but nobody who's really just, stood out among everybody. So that could be an issue here. Linebacker room, a lot of transfers. Realistically, we got 3, 6, 11. Going into fall camp, we got a shot at. We got some beasts in this room, though. We got some beasts. We got 5 guys who have recorded enough stats to qualify, and boy, did they ever. The ones who didn't, Tylon Nash, the redshirt junior, he didn't record any stats from last season. DeMarco Ward, the redshirt sophomore, transfer from Florida State. K. Law, the redshirt junior transfer from North Carolina. Donovan Mathena, the redshirt junior, holder from last year's squad, along with Jaden Flaker, the senior, and Brunson White, the redshirt senior. They recorded some stats, but they were less than 10 tackles. Now, the ones that did 10 tackles or more, all of them at the FBS level, and all of them, I think, were the leading tackler, actually ones at the FCS level. His numbers are ridiculous. I'm going to save the FCS one for last. I think they're all leading tacklers. So who's going to be the starting threes? You got guys who really can hunt. You're talking about, okay, worst to first. Sam Brunfield, the redshirt senior transfer from Virginia Tech. 60 tackles. Yeah, that's 5th place. 60 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and a pass deflection. Then we got Cam Burton, the redshirt senior transfer from Charlotte. 63 tackles, an interception, and 2 pass deflections. We've got Drew Watts, the redshirt senior transfer from Nevada. 65 tackles, a sack, an interception, and 3 pass deflections. We have Everett Rousseau Jr., the junior transfer from UAB. 75 tackles, 3 sacks, and a pass deflection. And the most, I saved him for last, AJ Pena, the senior transfer from Rhode Island. 81 tackles, 12 sacks, and 2 pass deflections. The linebackers the starters are going to hunt. I mean, the linebacking, front 7 linebackers, I mean, there's more depth number-wise for the defensive line, but numbers-wise, talent, I think the linebacker room's better. Let's get the secondary. Tons of transfers here. Tons. In fact, we have legit shot at making something. We've got 1, 2, 3, 17 guys legitimately got a shot in the fall portal. It's deep, a lot of guys, but nobody really super outstanding. Let's get into the ones who didn't qualify in here. We'll go with Jaden Dennis, the redshirt senior, and Samson Israel, the redshirt junior. Holdovers from last year's squad. Neither one of them recorded a stat last year. Those who did record some stats, we're going to talk about Amarion Cooper, the redshirt senior. Miles Pollard, the redshirt junior transfer from Michigan. Ashim Young, the redshirt senior transfer from North Texas. Ben Muriamba, the sophomore transfer from Chattanooga. Jeremiah Jordan, the redshirt junior transfer from Harding. Cameron Miller, the redshirt junior transfer, actually not redshirt junior, who's a holder from last year's squad. They recorded less than 10 tackles last season. FCS is less than 20. Now, who did stuff here? Of the ones who actually recorded measurable stats, we're talking about 7 here. How many of them were at the FBS level? 5. The 2 that weren't, we're talking about Shannon Blair, the redshirt junior transfer from East Mississippi Community College. 23 tackles, 4 interceptions. One of those interceptions was a pick 6. And find him here again. Chase Pinkston, the sophomore transfer from Jones Community College. As a true freshman last year, he had 26 tackles and 3 interceptions. Not bad. Now the ones who actually did something from last year, again, tackles worst to first. Joey Hunter, the redshirt senior transfer from Akron, 10 tackles and 2 pass deflections. We're talking about make sure I have 1 or 2 here. Yeah, 117. Jalen Thompson, the sophomore transfer from Michigan State, means as a true freshman last year, 17 tackles and a pass deflection. We also have Courtney Marsh, the redshirt senior, holder from last year's squad. 17 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, an interception, and 2 pass deflections. So he's all over the place. And then we get to the 2 probably starting. Actually, top 3 are probably could be. We'll see what's going on here. Chris Bracey, the redshirt sophomore transfer from UAB, 18 tackles and 2 pass deflections. Now we get to the guy who's probably going to have the starting job here. We're talking about Chauncey Logan Jr., the senior transfer from JMU, James Madison. 23 tackles, an interception, and 3 pass deflections. So it's kind of everywhere here. Also forgot about some. Was it Charlie Harrell here, the redshirt sophomore? He recorded some stats from last year. We also have Kamari Wilson, the redshirt junior transfer from Arizona State. We had 11 tackles. So there's some guys there, but nobody who really gets it. You look at the defense, I think the linebacker room's got the most impact out of all of it. So we've done enough previews. Should we get into the predictions here? All right, let's go to Memphis' schedule here. We're talking about they start the season at home against Chattanooga, the season opener for both schools. Last meeting was in 2006. Memphis won 33-14 in Memphis. I think they're going to beat Chattanooga again in Memphis. They're going to go start off the season 1-0. Then they go on the road at Georgia State. Georgia State plays at Ole Miss the week before. You're playing Chattanooga. They're playing Ole Miss, so they're going to be beat up going into the game. Last meeting was in 2018. Memphis won 59-22 in Memphis. Memphis is looking to go. Actually, the only meeting was in 2018. Memphis won 59-22 in Memphis. Memphis is looking to go 2-0 all-time versus Georgia State. They're coming in, warmed up, even though it's on the road in Atlanta, which is not that far from Memphis, Tennessee. You got beat up by Ole Miss. I'm thinking Memphis is going to beat Georgia State on the road. Then they stay on the road and go on the road at Troy. Troy plays on the road as well at Clemson the week before. Talk about catching people. I told you the schedule was very advantageous, very good for them because they're getting schools after they get beat up by autonomous schools. Troy plays Clemson on the road at Clemson the week before. The only meeting between these two happened last year, so this is the end of a home and home. Memphis won 38-17 in Memphis. I think they're going to beat Troy in Troy and get that win. Then they come out of the win. Now they face two schools that faced Power 4 autonomous opponents. Now they got to face one of their own. They're at home against Arkansas. Arkansas plays at Ole Miss the week before. Last meeting was in 1998. Arkansas won 22-9 in Memphis. Arkansas is looking to win their third straight versus Memphis. Ironically, Memphis leads the all-time series versus Arkansas 3-2, which means Memphis was 3-0 at one point against Arkansas. Now Arkansas's won 2 straight, looking to go 3-0 to tie it up. Sorry, Memphis, they're going to tie it up. They're going to beat you in that game. So you're going to lose at home to Arkansas for your first loss of the year. Then you go on the road, start conference play in the American at Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic has a bye the week before. So you're playing Arkansas, and then they have a bye. So this is a trap game. Last meeting was in 2020. Memphis won 25-10. This was actually in the Montgomery Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama. So this is a game that they get caught napping, but I think I've looked at FAU's roster. Memphis just has too much talent. Even with having to play the tougher opponent, even going on the road, even them having the bye week, I think they're going to sneak out a win, and it's going to be close. Then they're at home against Tulsa. Tulsa plays Tulane at home the week before. Last meeting between these two was in 2022. Memphis won 26-10 in Memphis. They're back playing Tulsa at home in Memphis, and I think they're going to beat Tulsa again. So they are 5-1 going into their first bye. They only get 2 byes here. They come out of the bye on the road at UAB. This is a rivalry game. This is the battle for the bones. This is UAB's homecoming game. UAB plays FAU the week before. You have a bye week the week before. You're going on the road in UAB. Last time you played them was last year. You won 53-18 in Memphis. Trent Dilfer is coaching for his job. He needs this. I think you guys get caught looking ahead to South Florida, and you're going to lose on the road to UAB in a stunning... I'm kidding. You win. I had you go in there. No, they're not beating UAB's not winning. I had to do it. He's going to have us. No, I'm not. I'm not that damn crazy. Don't say it. So you win that game. You're beating UAB on the road. But Trent Dilfer is coaching for his job. Now you come up, you go after playing in Birmingham, all kidding aside, you go back home to play South Florida. I covered this in the South Florida preview and prediction video. You beat South Florida. Then you're on the road Friday night at Rice, shorter week, 6 days instead of 7. Rice plays UConn at home the week before. Last meeting was last year. Memphis only won 27-20 in Memphis. This is going to be a tough game for them. You're on the road. I think you're going to eke out a win again. Then you're at home against Tulane. Tulane plays at UTSA the week before, so this is going to be a tough game. Last meeting was last year. Memphis won 34-24 at New Orleans. So this in New Orleans. So this is going to be a tough one. This is neck and neck. It's a coin flip game. Who's at home? Memphis is at home. I'm going to give it to Memphis. Then you go on the road at East Carolina. East Carolina plays Charlotte at home the week before. You just played a tough one against Tulane, also on Friday night, but I have to mention that. By the way, if I don't do the game and I don't say what day it is, it's automatically Saturday. If I say the day, it's another day other than Saturday. Last meeting was in 2022 when East Carolina won 47-45 in 4 overtimes in Greenville, North Carolina. East Carolina is looking to win their 3rd straight against Memphis. You've had 4 in a row against some tough tougher opponents. I think East Carolina catches you and you're going to lose at East Carolina. Then you get your bye week, your second bye, and you come out of the bye at home against Navy. And Navy actually has a bye the week before too, so both schools have byes, so that's not an advantage. Last meeting was last year. Navy won 56-44 in Annapolis. I think this is going to stick in your craw. I think you're going to remember the game from last year, remember how it went down, and not want to have it happen again. I have you beating Navy. So that means, folks, I got Memphis going 10-2, 7-1 in conference. Now, could any of these games that I have as wins flip? Tulane could flip, South Florida could flip. And I gotta be honest with you, that FAU game makes me a little bit nervous. That's a possible flip, but I'm pretty confident in them going 10-2, 7-1 in the American, with a pretty good shot at making the championship game in the American Athletic Conference. Gonna be an interesting year for Memphis. Even though they got to change in everything else, the schedule they're playing and when they're playing people is a big advantage for Memphis this year. So I've done enough yapping. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't already, do me the favor, please. Smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Okay. Without all the bells and whistles and all the extras, I'm going to run through Memphis' schedule again. Again, any game that I don't say the date, what day of the week it is, it's Saturday. I'm going to go through it again. You tell me who's winning. Start off the season at home against Chattanooga, on the road at Georgia State, on the road at Troy, home against Arkansas, at FAU, Florida Atlantic, home against Tulsa, first bye, out of the bye on the road at UAB, home against South Florida, Friday night at Rice, Friday night home against Tulane, back to Saturday nights on the road at East Carolina, second bye, home against Navy. Why don't you, on the schedule, let me know what you think they're going to do down in the comments. So share the video if you want to. If you haven't, check out some other videos I've done. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get this channel up to 1K. We're almost there. We're getting close. Maybe, just maybe we can pull this off. So it's going to be interesting. If you want to follow me on the craziness that is X, the link will be in the description. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Preview and prediction videos coming. News breaks about certain things. Certain promised videos that if the information comes out, I'll do them mixed in with this. But it's going to be hot and heavy all the way through to the start of the season. August 23rd, week 0 kickoff. And it'll be a video a day the whole damn time. Here we go. So thanks everybody for watching. Everybody's having a great day. Be safe and please be good to each other.